Welcome back. All right, so this is a different type of video. It is definitely truck related, but we are doing something a little different. Okay, I've been doing a lot of off-the-shelf mods right now, and it's time to get into some custom work. So, as you can see right here, we have got some fabric. And my lovely wife, who is a seamstress, has already started to cut and get some of the fabric ready. She's going to show me how I can go ahead and prep this fabric for what I needed to do, and then I will take you through the steps of what we're making. So I'm not going to reveal what we're making yet until it's done. So, well, stay tuned and see how it goes.
So this ruler is 18 inches, so we're gonna, if we line up one edge down here, it'll hit us at 16 inches, 2 inches left over. It's opposite of each other. And we are going to do these 2.5 inches wide. The ruler is 3 inches wide total. So this pin, super cool, removes with heat. So it's very nice to do fabric marking, and then when we iron it, it will disappear. But you're just going to use it to trace all the way. And when you pull it away, you can kind of see where you need to cut.
It's lovely.
So we're going to take our fabric scissors. I gotta find my line down here. There it is. And it's not gonna be like perfect, but you should be able to get it pretty darn straight just cutting on the line.
So what you're saying is slow and steady on it, huh?
Yes. We're gonna do that 5 more times.
5 more of those. We've already got some that have been created, so they are all lined out here. And let's get the rest of the cutting done. Alright, so we've got the long pieces are done for right now. The short pieces were the one that what we were discussing at first. And those are, short pieces were the 16 inches. And what we're doing now is 45 inches. I actually just completed that. So done with that. I had to do two pieces per thing I'm making. So you'll see how that goes. But yeah, so I need to now, I mean, my main concern was making sure I had the long pieces out of the way. I didn't want to run out of fabric because we're going to start cutting into the short ones here, and I need far more of those, and I didn't want to leave myself short. So I'm going to go ahead and get back to cutting. Alright, so I've completed most of the short strips. I still have to cut a few more. I'm going to go ahead and spare you that. But all my long strips are done. So the short strips are about done. We've got plenty of those going around. I need a total of 12 complete strips, which means I need 2 pieces each, which means I need a total of 24 pieces cut. I have got, 18 pieces cut, 19 pieces cut, so I need to cut 5 more. Once I get those done, then we'll go ahead and continue to the next step. Well, hello. Alright, so now that I'm back at the sewing machine, it's time to start putting all of these pieces together. So what I'm going to do is I've taken the 2 strips and I've got them face to face and backs out because of the next step requires that. But what I've done is I've thrown a couple of pins just to kind of tack it into place, and then I'm going to run seams on this. Now the thread that's in there right now is green. It's fine because you're not going to see it anyway, so if you see that I've got green, you're going to be like, what the hell are you doing? Believe me, it'll be just fine. So yeah, let me get this done. So I was kind of wondering if it was going to happen, and it did. I was afraid I was going to break the machine, and I haven't broken it that I'm aware of, but my thread did get boogered up. Managed to get it free. I had it cut, and that's fine, but the thread, as you can see here, is not in the needle. And because it's not in the needle, I can't do sewing. And I think the bobbin, which is that little guy right there, is running low on thread. So it looked pretty good when I started, but
I still have quite a bit to go, and I don't want to run out of that simply because I don't know how to reload it. I don't know how to work this machine. Steph pretty much gave me the basics on how to do it, like basically don't kill my machine and have fun, make your little project. Bound to have one snag, so it looks like that's going to be it for tonight because I have quite a few more of these smaller strips to do. I think I've got like 7 done, I think. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 done. I'm not. So I was on the 6th one. So I was halfway through the short ones, and I still have to do the long ones, which were the 45-inch. I definitely won't have enough thread to do that. So, and it's late. So it is currently. It's currently after midnight. So I'm not going to wake her. She's sound asleep right now, so I am not going to wake her. I'm not going to break her machine. I am going to go ahead and reach over here, and we are turning it off as not to break it, and I will pick up tomorrow. Hopefully I should have this done before Streetcar Takeover on Saturday. By the way, today is Thursday, so I should have some time. The last one. All of them have been updated, have been sewn. So now I need to get with Steph to find out what the next step is in this process. But all of my 45 pieces have been done. All of my 16 pieces have been done. Long as shit. So stay tuned to see what we're going to do now. By the way, this sucks. So there's that. So now we're at the awesome task of taking this lovely piece and trimming it. So we've got to trim it tight to the seam so then we can do the next step, which Steph is actually taking care of right now. She's actually doing the turning and ironing. So we've got these strips. They look super cool. And the seams are hidden. So it's gonna be good stuff. Hello, we're back. Quick update. So what has happened is, first off, my lovely wife is back there doing things. What has happened is I didn't make Streetcar Takeover because, well, the deadline on this particular project was Streetcar Takeover. And I didn't make it because we were up super late. Steph was a trooper, and she helped me get stuff done until, like 2 in the morning. It just, by the time that we were where we were at, it just wasn't going to be feasibly finished. So went to Streetcar Takeover, had a great day. Everything was fantastic. Actually, with the coming week of stuff that was coming up, I took a little bit of time off from this particular project, came back to it. I have updated the front end of the truck. So the front end is now all blacked out. If you're on Instagram, you probably saw that already. But you'll see that when I put this on anyway. So right now we're taking all the strips is where we left off. And now we're doing things with them. I can't show you yet what we're doing with the things. I'm going to be doing some more sewing. And then, yeah, we're really close. It's time-consuming, tedious work, so stay tuned. Alright, so my lovely wife, she was actually kind enough to take over some of the sewing for me because, well, I got tired of it. And she's so much better at it and so much better looking and all that good stuff. Look at her. She's just radiant. Anyway, by the way, there's Caleb. So we're putting the finishing touches on this thing. You saw me walk out here. We're at the truck. You may have seen that we're at the back of the truck. So you'll just have to see what it looks like after we're done with this last couple pieces. So there's that. All right, so like I said, I cheated a little bit, and Steph finished up the last bit of sewing, well, because she's awesome. So let's go and see what this thing looks like. It is so cool. So all of this work, you ready for this? To come up with a Bernadette. That's right. Got tassels. Got a fully removable via hardware and key rings. Paisley in color. Not your run-of-the-mill $40 black Bernadette off of Amazon. This thing is full custom. It is so fucking cool. The fucking tassels kill me. We were at the store and talking about it, and I thought it would be fucking weird with the tassels, but I love it. I love it so much. So there's that. We will give you an update as more shit comes available. But this is Shady Cakes, and have a good evening.
All right, so that I know that you're super stoked now that you've seen this. Actually, who am I kidding? I haven't seen it yet. We're still building it, but now that I'm putting this at the very end so that I can show you what you need to have in order to build something like this. What we're using is all the things I've purchased were from either Joann's or Lowe's. So this is some outdoor fabric. It is UV resistant as well as mildew resistant, and I chose that based on the fact that it was going to be outside. What we also used was this nylon or polypropylene strapping. Use it for belts, they use it for purse handles, bag handles, things like that. It is 1 inch wide by 2 yards. So I've actually got a couple of those, top and bottom. To fasten it to the truck, we have key rings because I needed a place to mount this to. So where I hook this into the truck bed, so that way we can quickly remove it if we needed to. And then these are some 5/8 inch 80-pound working load clasps, I guess. Round eye swivel quick snap is what we've got. These were about $1 a piece at Lowe's. Altogether, the fabric was the most expensive part, and I think I got like 2 yards or so. This stuff is huge. It's like 50 some odd inches wide, just factory or just stock or what have you on the roll, on the bolt, if you will. And so yeah, 2 yards was plenty. I've got lots left over. Our little garnishes, we've got some of these tassels. These were probably just a couple bucks. I can't remember right offhand. Altogether, all the products, I've got some outdoor thread because once again, it's something that's going to resist mildew and mold. But all of these products together, the whole build was like 25 bucks tops. The time, on the other hand, that's the big thing. It's a lot of tedious work. I don't normally sew. I have sewn in the past. I do know how to sew, but like I said before, Stephanie is the one that's helped me through this. She's been a fucking tremendous help, and in letting me use all of her equipment to do this. But to get the guidance to do it, to the measuring, to the cutting, to the seam allowances, to sew it, and then you got to trim it down, and you've got to turn it, you've got to then iron it to make sure everything's good.
Then we got to situate everything. Then we've got to pin everything. Then we've got to sew everything. It's a lot of stuff involved. So it's not just a quick, hey, I went and spent $20 and now I have this cool thing. Whereas plenty of time involved. I think we're gonna be able. We've accomplished this in 2 evenings, a couple hours apiece of just doing this tedious work. But now that you've seen the end product, it's something that's totally different from what's out there. I mean, I guess I could have spent $40 on Amazon and got a little Bernadette, the black one that you see on everybody else's vehicle, but as Steph and I were discussing, I needed a special, unique build because I am a special, unique person, as she said. So, yeah, if you're willing to put in the time to do it, it's not a hard project. Anybody can do it with some basic tools. I mean, I think the most extravagant piece of equipment we had was a sewing machine, and it doesn't even have to be something special. It can be just a regular old sewing machine, and yeah. So here's that, and we'll see you for the next one.